Hello and welcome back to Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of White Album2, and we're going to continue with the idol who forgot how to sing, and this time chapter 2, The Snow, 2 years later. So we got another year of time skip, and how the relationship changed in the another year. Let's try and find out. It's like Setsuna going to figure stuff out, Haruki is going to figure stuff out. Are they... I refuse to believe that they will end up together before the closing chapter. I refuse to believe that. Still, I really hope they will not. This is not working, not with Kazusa around. Like, if by any miracle they would like end up together without Kazusa, you know, like we know it would not happen because like how White Album is made, but like they would work if not for Kazusa, I guess. But yeah, like there's no universe where they will like stay together. I said that in the introductory chapter many times. Anyway, let's continue. Now, this looks like a proper place to go skiing, right? Hey, why don't we splurge a little and consider going diving into Okinawa or something? You can swim in Okinawa until April at least. It won't work for spring break. Then how about Guam or Spain, or... Remember what the uppercutman said about our budget limit? Okay. Man, this is hard. As soon as one option seems to make sense, it turns out it won't work for some other reason. Well, like I said, if we go skiing, we'll fall within the budget just fine. Hey, Setsuna-chan, where do you wanna go? Huh? What? Some random people just talk to her. I mean, her classmates, I guess. We're deciding on destination of our similar trip. That's the only reason we got together today, remember? Oh, sorry. Let me think about it for a second. At the first back table in the building 6 cafe, the usual table of the public policy students, there was what they might call youthful noise echoing around. Okay, so public policy students, so this is actually Takaya Io. Okay, never mind. We aren't even in the seminar yet though. Why have we been put in charge of organizing this? I heard it was because the upperclassmen are busy with the second term exams. We're on the same schedule as they are though. It was dark outside. It was dark enough outside that it seems like snow could start falling any minute. Despite how cloudy, bleak and cold the weather was, the lively conversation was full of brightness, suggesting that the winter was long since over and spring break had arrived. The second-year students didn't even participate until last year, did they? I think we pretty much have Wait, what? I think we pretty much have to this. Pretty much have to this year, though. Yeah, okay. The upperclassmen have been in a big uproar. Even since it was decided which seminar we would be participating in. So that's what this is about. Okay, I forgot to make that. What they're really after is... Yeah, of course it is. Okay, so this is not actually Io and Takaya talking, these are just like Setsuna classmates, I guess. Yeah, okay. Wait. Actually, no. Have a big uproar since it was decided which seminar will... Okay. Yeah, because they want... Okay, makes sense. So Setsuna feels like, yeah, they just want me to be there. Yeah. So the same issue that... So after a year, this is still the issue. I mean, yeah, she's not opening up to people, so... Everyone sees her as an idol, and that's it. In a single instant, their voices froze, cutting off the flow of the conversation. Yeah, this is what Setsuna said. Entry gazes, but of all but one person were fixated on that last person. Ah, what? Maybe like a pot spring? Maybe that sounds a little old to fashioned. What? And when she waited always to draw everyone's attention, retracted in an uncharacteristically hysterical way. Fine, you win. Okay. So she agreed on the hot spring. Interesting. You would think that what triggers some memories she don't want to remember. What the hell was that perfect time lag? You did that on purpose, didn't you? You totally did that on purpose. God, Cessna-chan is devastatingly cute. I know she's sitting right here and she turned me down ages ago, but I just gotta say it. Yeah, this is Takaya speaking. Hang on, you can just toss something like that around, like that out. It's fine, Cessna. You don't have to be all modest. You just have to be there, be here. Yeah, that's enough to change how the upperclassmen professors act even to us. Just as the atmosphere of the sidewalk cafe had finally become tranquil again, the grunting noise had suddenly returned in its entirety. Sorry, but none of them knew. None of them knew Setsuna's specular blunder was not the result of her natural airhead charm, not a mean, premeditated scheme, she had said. None of them knew that she had been focusing so hard that she couldn't hear anything. Oh, okay. Just as long as Totokanaikoi played from the cafe speakers. Oh my god, they torturing her in the school. Holy shit. It was not just for the festival. They just like have this like on the playback on like in like school like playlist of songs. Holy shit. I mean, it is a popular song, so like they said, legendary song and stuff, so yeah, but holy crap. Sister had enrolled in Hojo University almost 2 years ago, and a little more than a year had passed since that signature song, a hidden gem to hundreds of people, had transformed into the winter staple of thousands of people, for thousands of people. After Totokanaikoi had played on campus for the first time that festival night a year and a half ago, it had continued to receive enormous push from the campus radio station, bringing more and more support from those who had known the song since high school and those who heard it for the first time alike. Its popularity was now at the point that not a single Hojo University student didn't know about it. Okay, makes sense. However, in accordance... Okay, never mind, I will not say anything. However, in accordance with the strong wishes of the band's representatives and due to consideration of her high school student classmates, the identity of the mystery singer who sang of that heritage was still highly exclusive information. Yeah. Okay. So... how is that even a mystery at this point? What? According to the strong wishes of the band representatives, okay. Classmates' identity of the mystery singer who sang her was still highly exclusive information. How is that even a secret? Setsuna sang this. It was one of the biggest events when it was high school. I guess like that was high school festival and most people didn't give a much thought about this. Back then, like people would just went there to see Setsuna and stuff. I don't know how they keep the secret. Like I would expect her to be like well known that she sang this. I see no reason, or like actually not no reason, like no way to keep this secret. Like, what are you doing in this school? Like, you're blackmailing everyone with something to like not tell anyone? Like, what is this? It makes no sense. At least to me. Like, There's no way something like this would like stay under the cover. That said, the level of the persistence from those who were privy to said information was unchanged, and there seems to be no end in sight to the propositions to join bands, nor to pressure to enter the Miss Hojo contest, and or to the love confessions thrown into the mix. And Cessna, the crucial element herself, continued simply smiling vaguely in these incessant solicitations, showing absolutely no sign of going along with anything so shallow. Yeah. Even so, if one thing could be said to have changed about her. So, that's what each of us will be in charge of. Cessna, are you listening this time? Yep. I'll be coordinating with the upperclassmen, right? No problem. It was that she had begun accepting friends outside the group of four in this way. Okay. I like this development. So Cessna needed 2 years to actually start bringing, like, opening up a little bit. Like, not opening up like her true self, but accepting, like, friendships a little bit. Okay. Okay, I like this direction. Okay. Concerts, contests, and dates were all off the table. But she showed up at just enough get-togethers and tea parties to avoid being seen as a standoffish, carried out all the duties that were asked of her, and never forgot to make the coordinators and their classmates look good. Okay, so she's not probably thinking of them as like friends per se, but more like acquaintances, and she's like, she's accepting them, but you know, it's like still superficial, you know, I would say. But she's making progress. Okay, that's good. Just friendly enough, just courteously enough, never haughty, never courteous, and absolutely never getting emotional. An attainable flower beyond anyone's reach. She had come to polish that temporary facet of herself once again, which had been her pride since high school. Okay. So she's still wearing a mask around people. But yeah, like I said, it's like superficial with friendships, but allowing them. Tiny steps, tiny steps. But even Cessna herself didn't know whenever this was a step forward or a step back. Because, oh yeah, Tomochika-kun, what's the final word on Kitahara-kun? Is he in or not? He was still keeping the question on hold as for yesterday. He's a tough one, huh? As she gathered new information about Haruki for the first time from other people, as she heard other people apart from herself confirming new information about Haruki, Cessna realized that she had lost in the past year in exchange for what she had gained. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's also cool. Like, they've been separated and not talking, and they basically stopped knowing each other. So it's like almost like a fresh start for them, I would say. Like, it's not a fresh start per se, but they're like different now than they used to be. And Cessna never realized that too. Okay, and she have information from other people now because of this. Nice. Gets other points of view. If Kitahara-kun had taken charge from the start, we wouldn't even be getting together like this. You can show everything on Haruki like that. It's almost every day over a spring break. And that day, just over a year ago, Cessna had stopped. Okay, so she didn't push him and like didn't confess again. Didn't say that she still loves him and did not kiss him and stuff. Okay, so it did not happen. Okay, good. Jesus, I've been so afraid about this. Like, that will be probably awesome in some ways, but I cannot accept Cessna as like pairing for Haruki. I have problems with this. Like, her current situation is not helping. She's making progress. Like, I think like like I said, like without Kazusa they would work. Like Kazusa is a person that is just like making this impossible. That's the only thing that makes it impossible, basically. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe they will end up together. Who knows? I mean, it's still a possibility. Like they were dating. They cannot like discard it. Like Haruki had feelings for Setsuna, right? Superficial and stuff, and wasn't really in love with her, I would say. It just happened because like they were teenagers. Like Setsuna confessed, like span of the moment. Haruki never knew about Kazusa feelings and stuff. Yeah, they had, and we know that they had like cool like dates and stuff. We had in the previous episode, like little glimpse of the backstories. So yeah, they can still end up being together actually, but how they will work this out, I have no idea. For now, I think like Kazusa, like Setsuna need to change, and Haruki as well have to like either forget about Kazusa or like move on. I don't know. Anyway. Also, this is interesting that Haruki is not taking care of this. Like, he changed as well. Like, in high school, he would take care of everything, basically. That is happening on for the festival and stuff. He would just be in charge of everything. He would go from person to person, fix stuff, do everything. Now he's not like that. Not anymore. She had wanted to take Haruki's hand, lean into his chest, and for all the loneliness and suffering she had endured up until now, she wanted to make a new heights of love and happiness like never before in their place. But that single song, nothing more than radio waves, had easily nipped off her overflowing feelings and the courage she mustered up. But his duty as a student is studying. You know his grades. You think he's gonna skimp on that? That's not all though. Don't give working students like us hard time. I was planning on working through the whole break myself, but I talked to Haruki about it, and we decided one of us needed to be part of this. Okay. Even since then, the two of them were not knowing what to do with the capricious situation, where their hearts were distant despite how close they were physically. Okay. But Setsuna bear the responsibility for making that no amount of lamenting could ever erase. Had come to accept that irreconcilable distance, almost as if she had given up. Almost as if her heart had finally and completely worn out. Tomochika, I have to ask, why do you get so worked up defending Kitahara? Yeah. There's something weird about you two. Yeah, don't you two work at the same place? Or two at the same place, actually? Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. Haruki have a, like... Oh, new person have a crush on Haruki. Oh, we are cooking. Oh, wow. Holy crap. We are cooking. I mean, this is expected, you know? Like, Haruki's not dating anyone. And obviously, like, he's cool and, like, smart and stuff, so yeah. And they're working apparently in the same place. Okay, I'm very interested now. Yeah, don't have to work in this place, yeah. Are you like a thing or something? The two of you act similarly, and neither of you seems all that interested in girls. Sure seems possible to me. Wait. You neither of you seem all that interested in girls. Okay. I felt like Tomochika is a girl that have crush on Haruki, but Is this a guy? Because they said like neither of you seems to all that interested in girls. No. No. Where the fuck is Tomochika? I have no idea what surnames. God damn it. Is this a girl? Do you ever think neither of you seems... I haven't. Okay, I'm confused. Never mind. I will just continue. Anyway, some suggestion that Haruki may have someone else. Basically. Okay. Whatever. It was that very winter that Cessna had expanded her social network to include other friends. Perhaps it was an attempt to use something else to bury the loneliness she felt in Haruki's absence from her life. Perhaps Cessna's heart had simply and automatically sought out balance, so that she could continue living as herself. But that escape had thrown her into a vicious cycle, stirring up the guilt she felt towards Haruki even more. Don't be stupid, I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but Kitahara's pretty damn popular outside of school. Whoa, really? I mean, just recently there's been like a really pushy girl at work going after him. Okay, yeah. No frigging way. Mr. Class Rep, that guy? Cessna's grasp at the moment was fortunately drowned out by the shout that immediately followed. Yeah. Okay. You are in university now. You don't have to keep calling him by that nickname anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's accurate though, but... What's the deal though? I thought Haru was dating her. Yeah, okay. So, even after 2 years, they still... Like, people still think Haruki is dating Setsuna? How the fuck is that possible? Like, they are not talking. They were not talking until like a year ago. Like, for a few months. They are not even spending any time together. How the hell does anyone have this, like, idea? I talked about this previously, I think. But I need to call this out again, like, how the hell is that possible that anyone still thinks that? What the hell, Tomochika-kun? If you're that interested, ask him yourself. Well, I'm not that interested. Yeah, he's smart and dependable and makes decent money, and he's not bad looking, so I guess he won't be a bad investment for the future. Okay. If we were just a little more aware of how people were looking at him, I think he would be on the right track. What are you talking about? Kitahara's pretty hot stock. I don't know, sometimes it feels like he doesn't want to let anyone get too close. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's kinda contradictory, yeah. With the way he goes out of his way to help you at one moment and treating you coldly at the next. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, I'm not interested in trying to sell my best friend. You know what? I've said too much already, forget it. After muttering these last few words, Haruki's self-proclaimed best friend kept his mouth firmly shut on the matter. Tomochika-kun? Oh? Ogiso, are you leaving? As the solitary male student hurried through the main gate following the breakup of their meeting, a voice reached his ears. Somewhat quiet, but still here. Okay, Tomochika is a guy, okay. Jesus, I needed some, like, explanation. Who the hell is speaking here? Okay. Something came up at my home. Are you heading to work now? Yeah? At Goodies. The fact that Cessna had approached the guy of her own accord might have seen as a devastating shock to the guys who perceived her as the idol of the Hojo University. But the one she spoke to simply saw her as the female friend in the same department and interacted with her in an unaffected, natural way. Really? That's pretty close. It does mean I end up running into a lot of people I know, which isn't always great. I'll have to drop by now every now and then. His response, normal though, not what she usually received, was a pleasant thing for Setsuna. But unfortunately, she didn't have the capacity to be aware of that right now. Tomochika actually... I mean, obviously, like, people like Ogiso because she's also hot, right? But... Huh. But he's, like, treating Setsuna normal. He still doesn't know her, like, real self, right? But he treats her differently than everyone else. Similarity to how Haruki did. Like, he's not treating her like idol or anything. So... Tomochika ex Setsuna? Maybe? New boyfriend? Moving past Haruki issues? Maybe? Yes, please? Like, move on? I don't think this uniform's pretty cute there. Well, there are definitely guys who come in to see them, and guys who come and work there just to see them too. Ah, you don't happen to be one of them now, do you, Tomochika-kun? She already knew that this guy, Tomochika Hiroki, was on his way to work, and where he was headed. The fact that she spotted him and called out to him wasn't a coincidence in the least. Give me a break, I just got a referral there. Referral? Yeah, apparently someone heard that I was struggling a little with the living expenses and took it upon himself to pass that along to the restaurant. Haruki seems to still have his qualities the same. He changed, but he's still meddling with other people's like things. Yeah, okay. Haruki didn't change that much. He did change, but some things never dies. Sounds like the pretty nosy person. Setsuna knew that his struggle with the living expenses was no lie. Tomochika Hiroki was a student of the same grade as her. He was older than Setsuna and he had entered through the general entrance exam after taking a gap year. Oh wow. He had been an excellent student in the high school and had actually passed the exam when he first took it. But unfortunately, his family circumstances had not allowed him to enter the university that year, because his mother, who was his only family, had fallen ill in the winter before graduation. He spent a year nursing his mother and saving up his matriculation fee, and 2 years ago he finally passed beneath the gates of the Hojo University as a scholarship student in the same year as Setsuna and the others. Okay. Like, this is like actually a lot of info for some random character. Is Tomochika going to be important or like actually having appearance in like closing chapter? Very curious. She heard about this from Takeya, who had recounted the circumstances rather beggarly. You had teased him, saying, "You really aren't happy about Haruki being taken away by some other guy, huh?" Though he really was. The reality was that the closeness of Tomochika's relationship with Haruki this past year was noticeable enough for Setsuna to feel it too. Was it Kidehara-kun? Wow, good guess. That's why Setsuna's reason for talking to him for that moment wasn't because she wanted to know about him, despite how hard working he was. Well, you were just about talking about how you work in the same place. It was to learn more about that nosy someone who had stepped into his life and supported him. That guy may be a part-timer, but he talks like a manager. I mean, he works as if he actually does hold such a position though, so no one can complain. Yeah, expected from Haruki. Yeah, really. We leave everything to Haruki. Shift scheduling, training new recruits, everything. Anyone who didn't know him would think he was a candidate for the top manager. Okay, Haruki is more similar to what he used to be than I thought. Like, he really changed a little. Like, okay. The core of Haruki is still the same. So that's why, huh? That's why that girl who worked there ask him out. Oh wow. Jealousy! She was doing her utmost to act casual, but she was also doing her utmost to hide the racing heart of her heart, and sweat threatening to come out on her forehead. So Setsuna is basically in the same situation right now that she's been when Kazusa's been around. There is someone who appeared that can potentially steal Haruki from her. Holy crap. Just to have no break. Like, okay. Wow. That's now you have to move on. Like, at this point, you and Haruki are not going to work. Not with Kazusa around. I said it multiple times. I don't know what would have happened for you to work. Haruki would have to, like, forget about Kazusa and be like, I don't know what he should do. I have no idea. Maybe Haruki should move on to, like, just, like I said, like, forget about Kazusa. I don't know. Oh, that, like I said earlier, I don't really want to talk about that. Oh shit, sorry. Did I just make things awkward? Nah, nothing like that. I'm sorry, seriously, it was a rude thing to ask, I was curious. I mean it, so don't worry about it. Feeling shameful and apologetic, beating herself up. I'm so tactless, jeez, what's wrong with me? Oh, she opened up a lot in this conversation. I have a feeling like this guy might be actually more important than I thought. This is another person that starts to see a little bit of true Ogiso. She would never react like that to some random person. But I'm able to drop it, since I continued to push the topic. She learned this tactic after having experienced it from the other scandalous times. She knew that it always ticked her off when other people did it, but right now it was the only thing she could think of. That was how far she had been driven. Okay. That was how starved she was for the information about Haruki. Well, okay. Mochika-kun? Then maybe because of her, because he felt pity for Setsuna. Seeing her act this way, or maybe because he was just tired of it, Tomochika released some of the tension from his shoulders and smiled weakly. I guess you have the right to ask anyway. Never mind. I thought, like, because of this, like, feeling shameful, apologetic, beating herself up, I thought like she genuinely opened up like this, but no, it was all an act. Again, god damn it. We are not going to fix Setsuna, aren't we? Ah, she's so closed up to everyone. It makes all the issues. She's living in a lie for the whole world. And to herself. And at the same time, he dropped a hint. Now, all of this is gossip that I've heard from girls at work, but rather he immediately cut to the chase, as if he never meant to give her a mere hint at all. She did ask him out, but he turned her down. He did? Pretty harshly too. Oh. The look on Setsuna's face at the moment must have been pretty strange. Yeah, Haruki harshly turning down someone? That's weird. Bitter, tension, relief, doubt, all those elements shifting from one to the next, mixing together. And yet, none of those emotions showed on her face. The cats hasn't showed up since. It turned out a bit of problem at work. Haruki had harshly rejected the girl who felt affection for him. The pain, heavily feeling in her heart intensifies as the two feelings in her heart were in conflict with one another. There was her desire to not believe that Haruki would ever do such a thing, but there was also a part of her that could almost believe that he would. Yeah. Because if Haruki had indeed become a person like that, it was something that was extremely painful and heart-wrenching for the ones who had made him. Yeah, made him so. Do you think he's going to be fired? Why? Well, when someone causes a problem at work, that's generally... Nah, he's not gonna get fired. He didn't cause any problems with actual job. And attitude there towards workplace romances is pretty negative. Okay. But I also don't believe that anymore. Now this is just what I think. Tomochika-kun? But Haruki knew best friend laughed off Sasuna's worries. Haruki is not like that. Sure, he's nosy, likes to be in control, nags a lot, and he can be a bit of tyrant sometimes. His expression and words reflected his confidence in a flexible, serious, single-minded person. In spite of that, he's good at looking after people, and he was made for leadership. I'm gonna say it, I don't know anyone as hardworking and legitimately good-natured as he is. Thank you. Why are you thanking me? Oh, yeah, okay. This is weird. The older university classmate of hers seems to have taken over the role that she herself used to play, and she stared at him, just slightly dazzled. Oh yeah, didn't you just go to Hojo High School just like Haruki did, Tokiso? Have you two known each for some time? Okay. Now I'm really confused. So who the fuck do they mean by he's supposed to date her? I assume they're talking about Setsuna. I was wrong this whole time? Who the hell did they meant? Did they mean some random person that we don't know? Like it's a rumor? Or like... they mean Kazusa for some reason, even though Kazusa's not here. I'm so confused what they say now. That Haruki is supposed to date her. And now, like, this guy, like, Tomochika is like, hey, do you know each other? So, clearly they don't, like, people don't know that they're used to date. I'm so confused about the rumors. I will just read. Maybe I will figure this out, or maybe you will help me in the comments. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. Like, you decide. Maybe this is something I'm not supposed to know. No, we were never ever even in the same class. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I shouldn't tease you like that. Huh? You two were dating, right? Okay, so they do know that. Okay. Suddenly Tomochika's expression looked as though it had been hazed by an old memory. Okay, so they do know that you were dating, not dating now. So her is actually Setsuna. God damn it, stop confusing me by one line. I guess it's my fault for not reading next lines. And stop and just talk. Yeah, that's my fault. His smile was a bit embarrassed, apologetic and troubled. Just so you know, I didn't hear about it from him. He always clamps up when it comes to you. He was a guy who had managed to discover her secret, which she kept hidden, even though she didn't want to. Okay, never mind, so people don't know this in general. Okay, I'm still fucking confused. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about this now. I don't know whenever that's a good thing or bad thing for you, but he was an insensitive guy who was actually capable of greater kindness and consideration than a lot of people. Hey, Ogiso. Eh? You still can't forget about him, can you? Setsuna having... Oh, yes. Yes. We are having therapy. Yes. Let's go. Being asked that question with a smile was painful for her, though she knew full well. She understood that she would be unable to see that smile in the way that wasn't fake. She wouldn't be able to see him genuinely smile again. Well, I'm splitting up here. Tomochika-kon? You should stop in the family restaurant sometimes. You know, Haruki might be happy to see you. Oh. And closing the conversation in the way that clearly was embarrassing, apologetic and troubled, Tomochika vanished from Setsuna field of view. Tomochika's cooking! I really hope we're going to see this guy later in the novel, in the visual novel. I really do hope so. If we don't, well, that sucks. But I'm not going to be like... He have to be, but I would like to see him in the visual novel. Like, he pretty much did a very good job in this. Here. This conversation. As he grew sadly more distant, all Setsuna could do was to watch him in a daze. Okay, backstory again. You really want to touch me? I want to memorize you, the way you feel. Then it's okay if you touch me, you know? Setsuna. Ah. Yeah, this is, I think, the scene when they were like next to Setsuna house. When Haruki had booba time. For the first time. There in the darkness with the lights out, burrowed under the covers, light... Oh, wait, no! Oh, wait! Oh, whoa, wait a second! Light and sound both cut off, burrowed under covers, but those faint breaths still spewed out, making the air in the room tremble slightly. It was after 3 in the morning. And in the middle of the night, when everyone in Ogiso's household should have been fast asleep. What? How? When this happened? Wait, what? When did it happen? From the eldest daughter of the house, who had been raised with love and care, came a voice that was seductive, carnal, indecent. The first time was about a year ago. After that night at the festival, when she and Haruki had conclusively fallen out of each other's lives. And she had gone for days, weeks without being able to spend time with him or exchange words with him. She clung to the memories to keep... Okay! Okay, I thought this is a memory like... I thought like at some... like, for a second I thought like... This is like still like memory, and Haruki and Setsuna were like doing stuff at some point, and I was like, wait, so Kazusa was not like Haruki's first actually? Like, what? But no, it's just it just Setsuna having good time herself while thinking about Haruki and stuff. Okay, I see. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Holy crap, I did not expect it to treat like Setsuna daily routine like that. Okay, that's new. Spicy time. Well, horny hours, I guess. In her room, in the bathroom, with her fingers, with the shower, the memory from the 2 years ago. Oh my, this is very specific. Haruki voice, panting, aroused, completely like... So, she's remembering Haruki touching her breasts when she was like, this one time, basically, when she was like it was next to their house. And she's like, okay. I mean, everyone have their own memory for stuff like this, okay? Okay. The feeling of him massaging her breast, yeah, through her clothes, pinching her nipples. Oh my god. It had hurt, but she loved it. It had felt weird, but it also turned her on a bit. She had instilled his inept caresses and his fervent kisses into her body, and so that she would never forget them. Okay. 1 second, music stopped. Okay. Where's my OBS? Here. It had hurt, but she loved it. It felt weird, but also yeah, okay. These are Haruki hands, these are Haruki fingers, these are Haruki lips, this is Haruki's tongue. She murmured this in her mind, despite knowing that she would never be able to trick herself. After she touched herself once, she couldn't stop. At first it was every day, comforting herself every day, throwing herself in the pleasure, regrets and tears. And she desperately tries to repress it. Once every 3 days, once a week, once a month, waiting for the desire to pass. I can't voice acting this. I'm not going to voice acting this. God damn it. But today, why? Okay. Having had a brush with Haruki's current status for the first time in ages, she found herself flaring up again. Her left hand, with which she had been touching herself through her pajamas, was now touching her breast directly. As if this is so specific. As if to synchronize with it, her right hand started to slip inside her panties. Her fingers quickly found a slippery sensation. Her body had finally let loose. No, I can't. Sasu's fingers no longer obeyed her instructions. YouTube, you are not going to hate me for reading this, right? I don't have to like cut this or anything, right? Right? I have no idea what YouTube will do. I have literally no idea. They crept over her whole body on their own, stroking her sides, squeezing her breasts, crawling at her nipples, finger her entrance, pinching the bump there, moving in. Haruki-kun? The name of the one she loved spilled out of her mouth. Yeah, I cannot voice acting this with like serious face. I cannot. So I will not do this. So I can be more serious about reading this. When I try, I stop being serious. The name of the one who couldn't move forward with it, and yet couldn't part from, whom she couldn't call her lover, but didn't want to call a stranger either. Rationally, she knew that remaining in a limbo like this was not good for either of them. Yeah, exactly. Move on, move on. Really, she would have to erupt at some point to get everything out and reach a conclusion. But when she thought about what would happen to her heart if things reached the worst possible outcome, she always hesitated. She made a plenty of friends, at least. That's what it looked like on the surface. Yeah, on the surface, like I said, it's superficial. But she's opening up a little bit. She kept running in circles in the way that wasn't entirely fair, trying to avoid being crushed by the loneliness. Buying time in the way that Kazusa had been able to. This is why I can't win against Kazusa. I can sacrifice everything just for his sake. Yeah, that's the difference. Like, Kazusa literally just sacrificed her own happiness, just detached herself to support Setsuna and Haruki. Like, there's so, like... That's why I like Kazusa more. Kazusa loved Haruki to the way that his happiness was more important than her own. That's issue itself as well. But I like this approach way more. She managed to let it go, at least, you know, as Setsuna allowed, I would say, because Setsuna was the one that kept hurting Kazusa, really, in this. By forcing her to stay, like, being there with Haruki and with herself and stuff, yeah. I can be indifferent to everything apart from him. To look only at him, to focus every feeling I have on him. I can't love him in such elementary school way. I can love him more deeply than Kazusa. Okay, that's why Haruki-kun chose Kazusa. At that moment, Sasuna reached her climax. No, I'm not doing this. She knew it was the worst possible timing, but she just couldn't keep it from coming. Oh. She's getting off to Kazusa being with Haruki. Okay. As she spasms, she let out all the tension out of her body. First masturbation in a month had been so incredible that her hands had went blank. She was overcome by listeners. Why this scene is so specific. Like, you could do like one line, then give the reasons, and then the ending. Why we had everything in between? I'm not complaining though. I'm just questioning why. I mean, I guess everything needs a build-up, right? What the fuck I was? Here, okay. But even in the midst of the act, she couldn't forget everything. So just as always, the wave of pleasure recedes as I slowly began to cry. Oh, wow. That's the thing, yeah. God damn it, wow. Jesus, okay. Well, this is unhealthy. Taking care not to let any of the sound escape, just as she had with her more carnal sounds before. Quietly, sincerely cursing herself for being so pitiful. A short while after that, a rumor began spreading among the public policy students. If one listed on their whispers, it was purely and utterly shallow gossip material. Apparently the Ogisu Setsuna, idol of the Oba department and the university at large, had finally found a particular guy to be with. Okay? But because it was so shallow, the speed of its transition and ambiguity of its substance were remarkable. They were walking around campus with their arms linked. Okay, they're talking about Haruki. She looked completely in love with him. I saw them disappearing into the hotel at the station front. Ooh. The guy didn't really look anything special. She was crying, and he looked like he didn't know what to do. Like they were talking about breaking up or something. When it came to the biggest part of this rumor, which had spread in only a week, how fickle can they be? Can they even be? I mean, this isn't you we are talking about. Are you seriously incapable of complaining about anything without dragging me in as an example? To people like Takaya and Io, who didn't even remotely believe in the accuracy of this information, it was nothing more than a dull appetizer. At the bar, in the station underground near the university, those two who had known each other for 8 years and could easily drink the night away together, discuss the only matter openly. Granted, they also never missed the last train and never drank coffee at dawn. So what's the deal? And things actually stand. 99% exaggeration and lies. Okay. But there's 1% of truth. And this guy must be, yep, Tomochika. Okay. I've been thinking for a second about Tomochika because This is the person that, like, she spoke basically at the gate, and people could see this, right? And guy is basically targeted by everyone else, like Paruki being last time, because he talked casually with the idol. But then we had like this, like, walked with arms linked and stuff, and I thought like, yeah, maybe Haruki, but actually when I think about this now, yeah, they did not hold hands, because yeah, that's not possible at this point and stuff, and these are only rumors. Yeah, I don't know why I discredited Tomochika as the candidate for these rumors so easily. That was my fault. Never mind. Oh god. As a matter of fact, Taka had witnessed it firsthand. He had seen it in the lunch when the line of students who were making preparations for the second term had formed in front of the copy machine. It was a round table, so he saw the two of them, laptops out, carrying out conversation that did not seem especially flirtatious. To Takaya, who knew that Sesa and Tomochika and Hiroki belonged to the same seminar, they were both organizers for the seminar trip, and that they were in fact in charge of the same thing. Common sense dictated that it must be nothing more than a simple meeting, yeah? Even so, to the guys who had been perfectly repelled by her guard up to this point, the sheer fact of the infallible Ogiso Sesna being seen in public with the guy might have been a major scandal. Yeah, just like in the high school, goddammit. Like, Ogiso, like, if Sesna would like open up to more people and stop acting like an idol, like, she would just like cross out all the rumors instantly. Like, these rumors only happening because she's like looking so perfect and stuff, and unapproachable. But Sena has actually started calling me again lately. Oh, that's good to hear. It seems like she was kind of avoiding it for a little while. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing. Why? Okay. You don't sound all that excited. Has she been down? Nah, she's definitely a lot more cheerful than before. Almost like she's starting to act like her old self again. You think Sesna-chan and Tomochika really? Nope. Haruki is all she ever talks about. Apparently he got commendation from the prep school here where he works. The exam pass rates for all his classes are up at the top, even compared to the full-time employees. And he's pretty popular with his students. Sesna was like, oh, I just know Haruki could be a great teacher. Yeah. She seems genuinely happy. So I assume the source of the information is poor Tomochika-kun. In the eyes of the certain duo, who knew the entire truth of the circumstances, this was nearly trivial, though a particular group of people could only call it a cruel source of false information. Well, we are not talking about someone who's easily as safe as Haruki here. It's totally possible that he's just doing it out of kindness rather than any romantic interest. Maybe, but even so. Io looked up at the ceiling with a somber expression, holding the remaining ice from her glass in her mouth. I do this too. I eat ice after I finish my drink. Am I the only one? Io apparently likes that too. Let's go. I'm in the thinking lately. Maybe it would be a good thing for Sesna to find someone right now. Yes! Please do. God damn it, move on. Please. I beg you. Make it happen. What does it mean? I guess slouched sullenly, as though to match your own behavior. I think both of them would be happy. They've already gotten this far. Yeah, Tomochika seems to be cool. In fact, it's more generally gotten sour. What do you think, Takaya? Are you still not willing to accept the idea that the two of them should break up? It's not up for us to decide. But can't we have an opinion as her friends. I like to think we have that kind of relationship, because of course those two had this discussion before. And of course he remembered the conclusion that I had reached every single time. Or rather the fact that I had never once reached the conclusion. And you're saying Tomochika should be her new partner? Haruki, you need... There's no way. Haruki unit 00. He should be a lot better than Takareya unit 01. Is this like... Okay, one second. Which reference is that? It's one of the two references. Yeah. Okay. Which reference is that, you think? Is this reference to Mavlov or this is reference to Evangelion? Which one do you think? I think it might be reference to Evangelion because we have Unit 01 and Unit 00, but at the same time when I read only this, Unit 00, I thought about Mavlov. But Unit 01 just made me think of Evangelion. Wow. They really did that. I don't know if that's actually a reference or this is just a random thing the author decided to put, but it's pretty funny. What? Because he looks like her last boyfriend? He would be a perfect substitute for Cessna-chan? Takaya swallowed the counter he'd been about to make for being brought in as the example yet again. This is not what I meant. If we just think about it rationally, sorry, but I can make a decision rationally and I don't want to. I knew you would say that, but what about Haruki feelings? Naturally, however, that didn't mean he could escape this fruitless discussion. Cessna's not hiding it. She's not making any secrets of the fact that she's still crazy over Haruki. Yeah, pretty much. Since they entered the university, the frequency with which they met up alone had actually dramatically increased. But Haruki, does he really still have feelings for Setsuna? I don't know. Really? Not even you? What do I think about this? Does Haruki still have feelings for Setsuna? I think it's still lingering within Haruki. I think there's still bits of the feeling that he had in the past. Because, like, they're used to dating and Haruki loved Setsuna actually, right? Still, he couldn't forget about Kazusa, but it doesn't change the fact that he's, like, been with Setsuna not out of the obligation, per se, but by actually loving her. It didn't work out. But, yeah. So I think, like, in Haruki mind, like, he's like, yeah, we can be together, but I still have like some feelings for you, but you know, it's just not gonna work. I think like Setsuna is like way more over the top for Haruki. Haruki is just like feeling regrets and he wants to move on, but he cannot. Setsuna on the other hand does not want to move on, it seems. She's so over the top for Haruki that she just like wants him and that's it. That's my thoughts. But yeah, like, he still have a feeling for Setsuna. Not as strong as Setsuna for him, but I think he does have some feelings for her. Still. But his recollections of actually talking about themselves when they saw each other were too few to count. He's too fixated on his own guilt over what he did. Like I said, Yeah. Well, I mean, what he did really was that bad. He knows that better than anyone. Always, and always starting without so much as a toast, bogging themselves down in topics with no satisfactory resolution. They finally splitting off with the mutual acknowledgement that even spinning the wheels had its limits. So, even if he does still have feelings for Setsuna, there's no way he's letting that fact slip. And there's no way he would either. Yep, my thoughts exactly. Like, he may have some feelings, but he feels way too guilty about this and he wants to move on with this. He just don't want to come back to this. Jesus, such a pain in the ass. We're no better. Really, that was all that could be said. They weren't any better. Not bothered by this utterly barren relationship, accepting that they would remain by this person they would know for so long as a given. Yet again, it's the people who are equally pain in the ass drunk together. Exams are finally done. Yeah, they were really rough this time. It's Saturday, mid-February, the last day of the second term exams. Feel very unaware of the rumors that continued to proliferate. The two people concerned sat in the familiar cafe next to the Building 6. Amid the atmosphere of relief enveloping the whole university, the two of them chatted on with a greater sense of the freedom than usual. Really? Why do you go with Ace? Yeah, because I studied my ass off, but this time I had to keep working while the exams were going on. Wait, Haruki didn't have perfect scores? What? Haruki, you are broken. If I manage to advance to next grade, I will still need the money to afford it. Right. Just realized. Oh no, this is... Oh yeah, this is Tomochika with Setsuna. Never mind, my bad. Okay. So Tomochika is very good at studying too. Setsuna realized from his slightly clouded expression and self-deprecated words that she was the only one who had actually been set free. She realized that Tomochika's struggle right now was not with the Hojo University Public Policy Department, but with his family economic situation. I guess I can't sympathize with you. I guess I can't sympathize with that exactly, but I will pray that you can advance without any problems. You know what? In a sense, Tomochika is a little bit like Setsuna, isn't he? I mean, not like... Okay, what I mean is that Setsuna been working, right? At grocery store and stuff to afford things to help her parents out, basically, right? Like, she's been working for her own, the clothes and stuff that she needed to keep appearance and stuff, right? She didn't per se needed that for the tuition and stuff because her parents provided that. In Tomochika case, he's working just that's now for to help his parents basically to enroll the school and stuff. Maybe I just overcooking things, but I don't know, it kind of struck me a little bit the same. Not the same, but Ogi, so you... Huh? It's so uncomfortable being around you. Let's go. Let's go. Please, make it happen. I have a feeling if Setsuna can actually take Tomochika's hand, Haruki will be able to move on as well. I have a feeling Haruki will be able to move on as well. If Setsuna moves on, Haruki is going to move on. If Haruki would be if Haruki would find a girlfriend basically, right? Setsuna will just break even more. She would not accept this with her personality. She would even be more broken than she is now. If Setsuna finds a boyfriend, I think Haruki can deal with this. actually. Haruki can move on with this. Like, Setsuna must be the one that breaks the line. It can't be another way around, I think. At this slightly ASCII price, so utterly different from what other guys would say, reminded her vividly of certain someone. Setsuna forgot to keep her mask on and started in puzzlement. Good. Holy shit, she's opening up. Real Setsuna coming up. The most people jump straight to sympathy when I talk about stuff like this, which makes the mood get all weird and apologetic, and it gets rather suffocating. It never goes in a good direction. Immediately after this, Tomoshika reflected with utter earnestness, and he was the one in the wrong for bringing up the topic that no one would enjoy. There's nothing special about this. Now absolutely reminded of certain someone, the only thing Setsuna did with her expression was that outer line of smile. But also, goddammit, if she's remembering Haruki by looking at him, this is not actually the best way to move on. But it's not like he's going to keep thinking about Haruki. God damn it, stop. This is different person. Treat him as different. This is not the same. Please work out. Please, oh my god, I beg of you. The fact that you genuinely think that way is one of the best things about you, Ogiso. Well, I know the fact that I can sympathize with you means I can't party neither. What do you mean? The only people who can fully sympathize with other are people who will make a serious effort to fix the other person's problems. Yeah, I guess so. There are definitely people like that. Yeah, for sure. As she revealed her true feelings without acting pretentious with her words or attitude, everyone here would acknowledge the feelings she bore for Haruki, and no one would deny them. Furthermore, everyone would agree with Haruki's actions, and was the ideal space for Setsuna. In the past few days, Setsuna had heard about Haruki numerous times from Tomochika. She learned about the way he worked, acted, and spoke at the workplace they shared. I wonder if, like, Tomochika's name is foreshadowing that they will not be together and they will be just friends. Because it sounds awfully close to Tomodachi, which is friends in friends in Japanese, so I wonder if this is just a wordplay, and foreshadowing, or they can work it out somehow. She learned about the way he worked, acted, and spoke at the workplace they shared. She learned about how much effort he put in when the two were paired up together at work, about his ability and perspective, and she learned how he would take care of and lecture others, as well as act kindly in private. Haruki's own feelings for Setsuna never came to discussion, but it was more than enough to soothe Setsuna's loneliness away. God damn it, don't treat Tomochika as substitute just to feel about Haruki. Please don't do this. Well, on top of that, Tomochika also clearly valued Haruki and couldn't help but feel sympathy. Well, spring break starts tomorrow. It's finally time for the trip. Looks like we're still going to be busy. Alright, let's start today's meeting. As the result, Setsuna was able to find peace of mind in his alliance. After all, this was nothing more than a meeting between two organizers for the seminar trip. Yeah, that's what it looks to you for now. Tomochika really enjoying this. They were just gossiping about someone they both were familiar with. Though, I think all we have left to do is follow up with the people who haven't told us whether they're linked or not. How many are there? We got 25 people who confirmed they're participating and 3 who said they aren't. So that leaves 16. It's just not regardless of the fact that the most people would see this is a different sort of relationship, felt no guilt where Tomochika was concerned. After all, he was different from the most male students. He had no ulterior motives or secrets. Talking on and on about Haruki must be pleasant for him too. Kinda weird as well. Above all, Cessna held at the very core a theory that that would have stunned most people. Anyone who likes Haruki can't be a bad person. That's not the total I got. Is it 17? I don't think so. Look, if we include second years, there are 45 in our seminar, see? And we've gotten responses from 28 of them? So there are 17 left. Let me see the roster. No, wait, okay, so... Yeah, don't look at the roster. As a result, Cessna completely failed to notice how automatic expression wavered at that moment. There's one person missing. Yeah, think about how bad I would feel not even being contacted. After all, she had complete confidence that they were friends, that there were no feelings other than friendship. That with the relationship, as it was, there should be no secrets kept from each other. Huh? But as Cessna checked over the list of names on screen, her eyes stopped. Not because she found the line she was looking for, but rather the opposite. He's not here. Yep. I never expected Haruki to go to the with everyone there. I mean, not with everyone, with Setsuna in specific. She found, she found the roster of names of the seminar, which showed that 45 people ended up in the 44. Haruki-kun's name. And the fact that the name of the person I wanted to confirm first of all had disappeared from the list. Oh yeah, about that. About what? Well, actually... What's going on? Her voice cracked, her tongue was tied. She felt her heart constrict itself very uncomfortably. Haruki isn't in our seminar. Why? Okay. She couldn't tell from the sensation that she was feeling that all the pores of her body were open and she was letting out a cold sweat. He's transferring it. What? That's new. He's transferring in April. He's going to literature department. What? In that instant, Susuna's face froze. She detached all emotions from her expression. If she hadn't, she would have made a face that no one should see. You have one message. 2:32 p.m. Susuna, it's me, Io. I just got back from where Haruki works. I talked to him for a second. I'm sorry we didn't even know until today that he was transferring departments. We got into a bit of it. No, we got in a decent argument. Actually, Takeya was pretty seriously pissed off. It must have been a pretty big shock that Haruki didn't talk to him about this. He was still in a bad mood the whole way back. It was a real pain in the ass trying to calm him down. Anyway, never mind about us. The point is, we told Haruki to talk to you again. He said you told him something like, keep it up. He said you told him something like, keep it up. I know you will do great. Okay. For crying out loud, why do you do this to yourself? Can't you just get mad at him for once? Yeah, like seriously, Setsuna. I don't like, yeah, Setsuna never ever got mad at him. That's a very good point. But at the same time, like, the amount of like guilt, like load of guilt that she has is like, I don't know how she can get mad at him. From her perspective. Like, she definitely can, like, he just straight forward just betrayed her for Kazusa, right? But at the same time, complicated. Okay, we're not talking about this again. God damn it. We know the situation from the introduction, from the IC chapter. I cannot pronounce this thing. God damn it. Anyway, we know that. We're not talking about that again. You can't let him off that easily for being that selfish. Alright? Have a real conversation with him. More than one, actually. Have as many real conversations you need until you're happy with things. If you want, Taka and I will come with you. I will call you back later. Bye for now. Oh, also, happy 20th birthday. Okay, so I was right. I made the timeline correct for once. I said that 2 years time skip and the closing chapter, and they are probably about 20. I was correct. Okay. The moment the answering machine played ended, Cessna almost flung her phone away, then stopped the last moment and tossed it on the bed. Perhaps her presence of mind was returning just enough for her to realize that taking it out on the phone or on Io would be wrong. She had spent almost the entire day like this. Shut away in her room, with the door locked, hugging her knees on the floor, giving no answer to calls of her family, who had put together a party for her. She pondered over her current circumstances. Her stomach started to hurt. The last thing she'd consumed was a single coffee from the cafe she had visited on the way home, because she had seen him, and he had robbed her of all her energy. After Tomochika told her about Haruki's transfer, she started wandering at the campus in search of him. She knew all she had to do was to call him, but when she thought about the possibility that he might not pick up, she couldn't find the strength to do so. She thought of how he would be busy, how he could be feeling awkward due to his decision to transfer, how he could have blocked her number because he simply had no desire to talk to her anymore. As she imagined all those trivial possibilities, her heart was worn down further and further. Like, I'm curious if Haruki transfer is purely for his educational things, you know, because he wants to be a teacher, so going into literature department may help actually. He's very good at studying anyway. He's studying a lot. He's probably going to study subjects he will teach in the future by himself, so doesn't really have to be in the general studies. I think that was the seminar that he's been in, I think. Not sure. But yeah, literature will work for him, I think. But I wonder if this is just that, or Haruki is trying to move on. You know, he's trying to detach himself further. Because Setsuna is not letting him go. So Haruki have to be the one that will you know, to break things. I don't know. To be honest, probably the best outcome for both of them would be to I don't like what I'm thinking. Really don't like what I'm thinking right now. They have no idea if Kazusa is going to ever be back. Right? Somehow, if they would figure out how to deal with the feelings that they have, the guilt that they're having, and they will talk actually about this, I have a feeling the best outcome would be for them to come back together. I don't like this idea, but that might be actually the best possible course of action. Outside, if they will not actually find partners, like Tomochika for Setsuna, for example, Haruki still loves Setsuna to some degree. Setsuna is still over the top for Haruki. They have all reasons to be together again. Outside of immense guilt and how they feel about how they messed up each other feelings and stuff. If they can work this out somehow, they could be together, and that would be probably the best outcome for their like mental health, you know, like mentally that would be the best for them if they can just move on and just be together, so they will not lose everything, because if they cut off every ties, then they lose everything, the past and stuff, you know. Not only they will lose and betray Kazusa again, that tried to, you know, her best for Setsuna and Ogi's. It's like Setsuna and Haruki be together. She sacrificed herself basically for them, and now they're like yeah, sure, like later we know what happened in the chapter, okay, but to get it on the perspective, Kazusa sacrificed herself for them, right? Let's discard what happened at the end for now. And right now, they are betraying what Kazusa tried to do. In a sense, you know, they are not getting together. And that's what Kazusa wanted for them, to be happy. It's twisted, complicated, but I think you get my point. I hope I say it correctly. Oh my god, why these characters are so complicated? Like, this game must have like the most complicated written characters I've read so far. Like, seriously. Was there a novel where I've been more confused about like what I should feel about characters? Little Bastards? Nah. Nah. I don't think so. I can't think of any. Huh. Anyway. Let's continue. As she imagined all those trivial possibilities, her heart has worn down further and further. After she had finally started to find some emotional balance again, she was afraid of it all going down the drain. 30 minutes later, she finally found Haruki. Oh? He was at the front gate, waiting for her. Okay, nice. So Haruki initiated, basically. He waited for her. He was at the front gate, waiting for her. He too seemed to have prepared himself for this. But apparently, he had also lost the courage to call Setsuna on phone. After that, she went back to the cafe and had a talk with Haruki at the same table where she had sat with Tomochika 30 minutes before. Her classmates, who had been sitting at the table over the past half hours, had dubious looks on their faces. But she didn't have the capacity to care about this right now. Yeah, they probably think like she's flirting with multiple guys right now, or something. They're going to be rumors. She has gone to all this trouble and finally found an opportunity to speak to him again, but yeah, I want to work at the publisher, so you don't want to be a teacher? You changed your career suddenly? Okay, this is definitely not just because of your studies, then. Definitely not. Setsuna hadn't been able to convey anything to him, not the questions she needed to ask. Not the way she had been feeling, not the extremity to her emotions at the very moment. No, I think literature is perfect for you. You were always good at writing. Was he? I mean, he wrote the song, I guess. He simply listened to Haruki's spoke about his reasons for transferring, as if it was the most natural thing in the world, working desperately to maintain a look of composure. Whoa, so you've already thought that far ahead. There's just no matching you, huh? She tried to smile a while. Will we be able to see each other? How could they? They weren't even seeing each other with the way things are. Hey, can I keep calling you? How? She couldn't even call him as it was. How was she supposed to connect to him now that they were separated? Will you be okay right now? We'll be okay, right? You are not okay now. Okay, how? What am I even talking about? What was she talking about? Fragments of what she had said earlier came and went through her head. that she couldn't remember anymore. Whenever such a shallow flattery had actually come out of her mouth. All she remembered was a disdained smile she gave when they parted. She smiled around and left the cafe while attempting to maintain her expression, knowing that it would crumble completely given a few more seconds. Why? Why do things always end up like this? That's the famous line, right? End up again, like this again. She had lost track of how many times she had asked herself this question. A question with no answer. Labyrinth with no exit. Why now? I hate this. I hate things being this way. I mean, it's my birthday, February 14th. Worst birthday, goddammit. To the word Valentine's Day. To the Augustus family, Setson's birthday. And this year, it had an even more special significance than that. Snow had begun to fall. God damn it, the snow! As she looked through the window of her freezing cold room, there it was, the same as this day 2 years ago, that white emblem of betrayal falling from the sky. No, that was an illusion, exile. I just had it by you. Oh my god, I played too much of Path of Exile, I think. I mean, I have like 4,000 hours in this. Anyway, I don't know if anyone catched that. Probably, you probably catched it. I don't know who catched that, who played this game. Let me know in the comments who catched what I just said. Haruki hadn't come then either. He had betrayed Cessna then too. A flake of an after image of the past, shown to her by the memories that she couldn't erase. Right now, Cessna didn't see anything. With her face buried in the darkness of her knees, she didn't see outside the window, or the clouds, or the snow, or reality, or anything at all. Cessna, get down here. Okay. Parents. Her mother's voice, taking on a stern edge, reached her from the bottom of the stairs. But it was no use. She didn't want to eat anything. She didn't want to see her family faces. She didn't want to talk. But if anybody spoke kindly to her now... Sorry, got disturbed. Had to cut. Where was I? Because if anybody spoke kindly to her now, she couldn't even imagine how shamefully temperamental she would become, how she would explode and break down and needed comfort. At least show your face, we have a guest. Oh, okay. Is it possible that Haruki showed up on her birthday? Is it possible? Yeah, we told Haruki to talk to you again. Okay. Those words were the ones given to her by someone just a short while ago, suddenly popped into her mind. Haruki-kun. That's why Cessna hardly stood up. As she struggled to gain control of her body, which was stiff from having barely moved for the past day, she desperately tried to force out as much strength as she could, but she could move only clumsily. Her heart was in a rush, but she could descend only so slowly. She decided she excitedly opened the door and went out to open the gate. Ogiso? Eh? And beneath the clear dark sky, Cessna stifled up again. A visitor she never could have anticipated before her. Sorry to show up that late. What a goat! Please be fucking together. God damn it. Please, like, Setsuna, move on. Come on. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. Come on. Come on. Come on. You have to. Please. Tomochika-kun, why? Why? Well, the way her reaction came out, anyone could have seen this cold enough to want anger. Normally, he should have been quite predictable as the visitor. After all, he was the person she had seen the most of lately, even more than her female friends. You seemed really upset before. I was wondering how you were doing. Caring about her! Nevertheless, Setsuna couldn't dispel the unease coiling around her body, because he didn't satisfy the rule for who ought to be... satisfy the rule for who ought to be here with her right now. Sorry, Ogiso. For what? That was the arrogant, selfish way in Setsuna's thought now. What she held in innermost depths of her heart, now that she had changed in the way she had. But these thoughts didn't negatively impact her popularity or reputation, because Setsuna was an adult. She never showed those innermost depths of her heart on her face. In sharp contrast with a certain someone who years ago was just on the brink of being her best friend. For not bringing up Haruki's transfer sooner. For not bringing up. That's not your fault though, Tomochika-kun. Still, I want to apologize, I'm sorry. Really, it's okay. It seriously didn't bother me. There wouldn't have been any room for him to factor into the decision Haruki made. Anyway, what are you going to do now, Ogiso? What does it mean? She just wanted to leave her be. She wanted to be alone. She didn't have to have capacity to care about other people right now. I mean, I want to keep going as we are, even though he's transferring. As you are, to stay best friends. That's what I mean. She was radiant as he used the best friends again, and made her envious too. She envied him deeply, because he's the best friend with Haruki, huh? We'll see each other at the work every day. Well, I guess we won't be able to work together on the exam prep anymore since we'll be taking different exams, but as she heard him speak in such optimistic manner, Setsuna found herself imprisoned by jealousy. Yeah. See, like, Tomochika sees like Haruki transferring is not the end of the world. Like, he's not disappearing. You still can contact him and stuff. And Setsuna is thinking like this is the end. This is like just the worst. Jesus, Tomochika is just, oh my god, my new best character. God damn it, best friend. Let's go. Tomochika cooking. We'll see each other at work every day. Yeah, jealousy. Anyway, what I mean is you can keep using me like you've been. Whoa! He's been aware. Oh wow! Setsuna, if you are not going to like be together with this guy, I swear. For a moment, she couldn't understand the meaning of the slightly more negative words that followed. I don't know. I don't want you to take that in a bad way or anything. Huh? I guess I'm just trying to say, it makes me really happy that you love Haruki. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Now I think about this, Tomochika is kinda like Kazusa. He's like, yeah, I will just like not push anything onto you. If he wants to be with Haruki until you decide you don't want to be with Haruki, I will just be on the side. I will support you. He's kinda like Kazusa. Oh my god. No wonder he's the best friend ever. God damn it. New best friend. I think it's nice that you are actually attached to him.
Cessna pinned down part of the weird feeling she was experiencing. Something different in the way he said you. What drew me to you? Wasn't your prettiness or your glamorous aura or anything? Well, I mean, I like those things about you too, but oh my god, let's go it. Let's go! Elements of the way that Rodriguez talked to her were starting to sneak in. Sooner or later, he would start calling her Setsuna. The big thing for me was the way you look at the way people actually are, instead of what they seem like on the surface. He said it. He said he was drawn to me. He said like. He tricked me. God fucking damn it, Setsuna. Stop being that... This is the part that I really dislike in Setsuna. Like, she just cannot accept that someone sees over, like, superficial things. Why she thinks only Haruki can do this? Stop! Don't make it difficult for me to like you, Setsuna. I swear. You are making it difficult enough. Please. Tomochika had made a single mistake. It was certainly Sesuna's own unjustified resentment. Exactly. Something to Sesuna's own real nature. You realize how good Haruki really is before anyone else. No, I didn't. Not before anyone else. I was the second one. Okay. Tomochika words slid off on the surface of Sesuna's skin and soaked into the ground. As they slid, they left a trail of the goosebumps in their wake. You ignored the guys who approached you, started liking him by your own will, and proactively made your own move. No, I didn't. I didn't only do it out of my own will. I just had to do it myself. Because the first person was too strong. That's why Haruki fell for you. For you too. Even though it wasn't seems like the two of you suit one another. What? What's going on? Why is he talking about me and Haruki? He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know about the three of us. Why is he talking about two people? Oh my god! Like... Please, Tomochika, work out. Like... You are the therapy that she needed. Come on. Please. I love this chapter. How this will end. Like, I'm very afraid of Setsuna's character here. I'm really afraid. So I would like to say, I would like things to say that stay the way they are with you. There were no lies, no traps, no schemes in what Tomochika said. Thank you for realizing. You can keep using me as you want. It was true confession, earnest, sincere, facing his heart towards hers. I'm going to be the one friend that you can divulge anything to, without hiding anything about Haruki. If he made one error, it was not knowing that his words and feelings, honest as they were, had no chance of reaching Setsuna in the first place. God fucking damn it. Whenever they were earnest or half-hearted, whenever they were sincere or superficial, none of that had any meaning to Setsuna right now. I hate that. Fucking damn it. My all excitement just went poof. We're going to square zero. Why you are like that? Also, stop. If you two can't go back the way you were, stop. I can be your replacement for Haruki. Oh, Jesus. Oh. He said it. Happy birthday, Yogiso. He confessed his feelings for me, he became vulnerable to me. This is for you. I'm sorry, Haruki-kun. 2 years ago, she had been betrayed. She had been kept at a distance for a year. And now, she had been prevented from being even near him. I'm sorry. And yet, That traitor was all that filled Setsuna had. I can understand why Haruki couldn't try and run away from you too. He's a good guy. He's serious, he's honest. That's why he can't forgive himself for betraying you. I do want to support you too. This is what Kazusa said. Yeah, like I said, like Tomochika feels kinda like Kazusa in this regard. But at the same time, I feel like this can only go so far. I really think you should forget about him at this point. You know what I mean, do you? The fact that you can let go Haruki go is making him suffer more. Yes, Haruki is suffering and so you are. Yeah, pretty much. I just want to know whenever I could ease your suffering at all for both of you. So that was actually what Tomochika said. But yeah, I want to support you, the two of you, it's pretty much like what Kazusa said. I mean, not said, but her actions did. After Tomochika left, Setsuna didn't move from the spot for a while. In fact, she hadn't moved at all while Tomochika was there. She hadn't been able to give her standard forced smile as she confessed to her. She couldn't do anything, she couldn't refuse him, accept him, smile or cry. The wrapped gift he had given her sat on the ground in front of her. Wrapped gift. She hadn't been able to thank him. Though it was a Valentine's Day, she hadn't been able to give anything back to him. The fact she couldn't even take it from him. She just stared blankly, somewhere that it wasn't at him or at the sky. Tomochika was a bit at the loss at her lack of response when he offered it to her. No, he must have been hurt. But Setsuna didn't even have capacity to worry about Tomochika. God fucking damn it! I have issues with this! I understand Setsuna, kinda. But it doesn't make it feel less frustrating. You know what I mean? I get Setsuna, but it doesn't make me feel better about this. That's a good writing, and I hate this. The mind was intimate at this rate to think about anything. She was hurt, even worse than he was. She didn't have the self-awareness to grasp her own wrongdoing. Yeah, pretty much. She couldn't realize how poorly she treated him. And for one reason, you are here, aren't you? Because she had noticed. Haruki-kun? As Tomochika was leaving, when he reached the street corner, he looked surprised for a moment. Wait. He looked and Setsuna had spotted the figure of another person reflective in the curved mirror. Setsuna? Wait. Haruki actually came to visit too? Wait, what? Wait. He also came here? She said he looked surprised for a moment. And Setsuna had spotted the figure of another person reflecting in the curved mirror. Setsuna. The 3D breaths after Setsuna spoke his name, he finally appeared from around the corner. Okay. So Haruki saw the guy just leaving Setsuna's house. Okay. Good development, I think. Haruki, as he had seen him yesterday. Haruki, as she had parted from him yesterday. Haruki, as she had been, as he had been. He told her about his transfer. You saw that, didn't you? Setsuna, I don't. She knew, just from looking at his face, on how much of that conversation he just heard. That's enough. Really, for the past year, this was the only look she had seen on his face. Though he always lectured people to look others in the eye when talking to them, he couldn't bring himself to meet her gaze, always looking forward. And all she saw there was the same old sentiments. Awkwardness, remorse and guilt. Why didn't you come out? For the moment, Haruki had probably only seen Cessna's current expression on her face for the past while. Her impish smile as she looked into Haruki's face with round, upturned eyes had submerged itself. Her expression was now faint, fleeting, something that didn't look like a smile, but looked like she was smiling at herself. Were you waiting for Tomochika-kun to finish? Yeah, pretty much. It hurt. It was uncomfortable. She had been seen. She had been caught at the worst possible moment by the last person she wanted to witness it. I think he's genuinely worried about you and me, you and about me. I guess she wanted to apologize for making one of Haruki's best friends, someone so important to him, feel something unpleasant. For giving, like, that's like going through like Kazusa's issues once more. Like this went for full circle. Once again, best friends feel something. God damn it! Like Tomochika is just Kazusa 2.0 in the terms of like feelings that like sets I have to deal with. Oh my god! Not exactly the same, because that was different scale and stuff, but like there are glimpses. I can see glimpses of Kazusa in this guy. For giving him the wrong idea about being aware of it, for hurting him. And though she had sort of been hoping for this, for making Haruki feel something unpleasant too, for maybe, just maybe, making him jealous. You and Tomochika-kun are really close, huh? Oh my god. Let's go. If that were the case, she would have to apologize sincerely. She would have to cling to him desperately, unleashing everything and shed tears. He's working really hard. A lot harder than I am. Really, so... Yeah, yes, I agree. I have a lot of respect for him. Setsuna. And that will be the chance to excise all the root from the hearts. This could be the chance to make up. And you will too. And you will fuck this up, probably, somehow. Is that why you gave me to him? You handed me over? Ooh. Ooh. It was too late. The surface of Cessna's heart had already been scraped off. Do you trust him? You know he will treasure me. He will keep looking only at me. He will stay with me forever. And with it, the dark, stagnating substance within proceed to overflowing violently. The weights off shoulders now. You're free to forget about me. You don't have to suffer anymore. Oh my god, real talk, I have chills. Oh, this is harsh. Oh, but so real as well. Oh my god. That's not really what Haruki thinks though, but this is so heavy. Folding and covering everything, Haruki says another story the trio has passed. That's great, that's wonderful. Yeah, she's snapping. Oh my god. This is bad and good at the same time. This is bad and good at the same time. Oh my god, she's just trying. If you think about this, it's her like kinda self-defense mechanism right now that she's trying to hate Haruki. She's trying to make him her enemy, in a sense. To get over. That would be a lying to herself again, but... Oh my god. Though she tried desperately to cover her heart with her hands, it boiled over through the gaps between her fingers. Gave you, handed you over. You belong to yourself, Cessna. You're not anyone else. You think that's what I want to hear right now? Something that obvious? Cessna? Haruki finally looked her straight in the eyes. I'm sorry. But the despair etched into his face was even deeper than when he was looking down. No, this is wrong. I just want to apologize. I'm sorry for everything. By the time she realized it, it was too late. Haruki was hurt more than she could have ever imagined. She found herself hurt even more than she could have ever expected. She had fallen into the same downward spiral. I know how badly I've hurt you. No, that's not it. Listen to me. I'm the one in the wrong. Speak your mind! Get fucking it! I know you were like... Okay, I know, Setsuna, like you are not going to talk about this, but it doesn't make me feel better. Well, I was never able to do anything. I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. I'm sorry for showing weakness around you. Also, if I think about this, like, okay, I'm frustrated with this because of Setsuna character, okay? Like, in general, like, overall, her expression and stuff. But this is good writing at the same time. And also, at the same time, this is parallel. Like, ending of I would call this end of Setsuna, okay? Just for the sake of, like, comment right now. End of Setsuna is like the beginning of Kazusa. Like, Kazusa before, like, you know, in the first, like, novel, like, digital novel, also had these thoughts. She was talking to herself like this. She never, like, said anything and stuff. And now it's the same thing that Setsuna is doing. Setsuna has been, like, different. Like, Kazusa went from being closed up, talking to herself, to opening up. And now Setsuna is, like, from being open up to closing up. It's like went full circle. And somehow I'm not feeling that annoyed about Kazusa. I think this is because of how, like, in which direction it went. Like, closing up make it more frustrating, I think. I think that's just the issue. Like, in general, like, in terms of, like, feelings and, like, expressions and stuff, like, from being closed up to opening up, it's awesome. And also sad at the same time because the feelings that you were boiling up just, like, fire up and backfire at you. But at the same time, when you close up everything, you close up opportunities and, like, actually ways to fix things. And this is probably way more frustrating. I think I found the difference finally. Why this bothers me and Kazusa's situation not. Anyway. I was never able to do anything for you. I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. I'm sorry for showing weakness around you. I couldn't take step forward or take step back. You are all I have and I still... I'm sorry. Let me just say it again. So get mad at me. I'm sorry, Setsuna. Snap at me, yell at me, you can even hit me. I've done so many things. I know I can be forgiven, but I'm sorry. Create an opportunity for us clash again. But if you do that, then this time I'll make sure we'll come to a conclusion for this, no matter what happens. So I began to fall in this place with nobody but Setsuna. She looked up into the freezing cold air. There it was, the same as the day 2 years ago, with white emblem of betrayal falling from the sky. This time it was real. Haruki hadn't come then, and now Haruki has left. He had betrayed Setsuna then, and now he'd run away again, leaving her still betrayed. You just called to snap on, like, you just wanted him to snap on you, but you should snap on Haruki as well. Like, I swear. Like, you both should, like, be angry at each other. For different reasons. But yeah, like, you still both have, like, lingering feelings for each other, so you can't do that. And also there's Kazusa into account. And the memories. God damn it, this is so complicated. He'd reenact the inescapable past that they shared once more. And she started crying. There wasn't enough strength left in Cessna's right heart to hold that reality back anymore. This time, I will forget about him. If it hurts too bad, I don't want to be anywhere near him. He thought the same thing about me. That's why he distanced himself. So I will just forget it all. I will gather everything I hate about him and put him out of my head. I hate him. I will love him. I've already found the first thing I hate. I hate that he didn't say anything to me and tried to push me away. Hey Haruki-kun, we're finished now. This is for the best. Goodbye. Oh, it got me a little bit teared up right now. Holy Jesus, that chapter was awesome. And Setsuna got closing and Haruki got closing. And Setsuna actually came out with like actually figuring thing out. I'm so glad. Okay, everything worked out. Perfect. Now we can fix rest. I don't know. Okay. That's it for this episode. I can't handle it anymore. Oh my god. And there's still one more chapter, I think, or two. I wonder how many chapters is there. Last like digital novel we had like 3 chapters, I think. But yeah, anyway. Best, probably my favorite chapter in the digital novels I've read so far. We had shitons of development on Setsuna and Haruki. And we had Tomochika. We had 3 best things in one chapter. I loved and hate every bit of it. This is awesome. I cannot wait to see what's going to be next. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Hope you loved this as much as I did. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this, how it ended. This is good. I don't think it will be long-term solution because Setsuna is just going to cover her feelings and they will probably resurface at some point, I would say. But for now, I think this is the solution. At least for now. It's a solid band-aid on the relationship, I would say. It's not bleeding out anymore. The wound is not bleeding out. It's still there. It's just not bleeding out as hell. But yeah. So now we can either fix this or rip the band-aid off. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Click the like button if you like the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and you can become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for a Pocket Watch, it's going out.